take too much stuff. I remember when we first started in deliverance. God said, I can't remember exactly which scripture over in the Old Testament was telling Israel, when you go into the land, do not make a covenant with them. Don't let your daughters marry their sons. Don't let your sons marry their daughters, because if you do, they will make you sin. Do not make a covenant. Don't spare nobody. And my mindset was, when we did deliverance, we make no covenant. We give you no quarters. Everywhere we look and we find you, we will rout you. It's got to become a mindset. But that sounds militant. Excuse me. When Jesus come back, what you think he's coming back as, a little lamb? No, he's coming back as a conquering king. He's going to have angels with him. Those that have gone before us with him. And we're going to fall in line with them too. And what you think we're going to be doing? Now, you better stop that. No. No, that's not what he's going to be doing. What we have not finished and taken care of, he's going to sweep it out the way. And he's not going to be gentle with it. Because he's coming back as the conquering king. And he understands that when I issue a decree, you will obey it. We've got to get a different mindset. We got to start seeing things differently, or the enemy is going to continue to do what he's always done. And you're going to continue to get the same results you've always had. It's okay. Now, when I say to be militaristic in mindset, I'm not saying go on your job and jump on somebody. It's an attitude. It's a position on the inside. Just like you found that place of peace, now you'll find that place where your throne is, and you'll sit on your throne, and from that position you will begin to rule, and you'll reign, and your sphere of influence. And when you walk into place, you walk in like you belong there. And they say, well, they think he think he's something. I am. I don't think. I know. You begin to change the atmosphere in there because you are a change agent. You begin to understand who you are. You begin to understand what God has called you to do and be. And it's all resident. It's been there. From the day that we asked him to come into our heart to save us, and he filled us, he was there. And it's time for us to begin to demonstrate it. Act like he is there. That's why he says, listen, I did not give you a spirit of fear, but I gave you a spirit of power, love, and a sound mind. Put your hand on your head. See, you have a sound mind. Your mind is not troubled because you have the mind of Christ. You have good thoughts because you think the thoughts of Christ. The enemy can't defeat you in your mind because you allow the mind of Christ to rise up and take his rightful place. You don't need drugs to put you to sleep or drugs to slow you down because you have the mind of Christ. You exercise your authority in those areas and you say, peace, be still. Can you imagine coming up on the scene? God sent you out on another treasure hunt. And one of the treasure hunts you're looking for is a family whose children are all out of control. And that won't be hard to find out there. And God say, speak peace to the family. And you walk up and say, peace, be still. And the whole family get in line. And the mom and dad look at the kids. How did you do that? I did it from my position where I'm seated together in heaven, far above every name that is named. I have dual citizenship. I know who I am. I'm not confused. See, God wants to bring us out of confusion so that we can know who we are. I preached the message at home on covenant. If we understand our covenant that we have with God, it'll break all of the confusion that people are dealing with. We have you step your mic. Give it to Naomi. I'm going to let her read some scriptures for me. This will speed the time up for me. Matthew chapter 13. Matthew chapter 13. Starting at verse number 44. Read through 49, please.
44. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like treasures hidden in a field, which a man found and hid. And for joy over it, he goes and sells all that he has and buys the field. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like a merchant seeking beautiful pearls, who, when he had found one pearl of great price, went and sold all that he had and bought it.
Now look at me. I'm getting ready to tell you something. You are that treasure. You are that treasure that he, God, our Father, sold all that he had, sent his only begotten Son to come down here and die because he was searching for us. Yes. You are precious in his sight. And not just us only, but even those who have not acknowledged him are precious in his sight.
Yes, yes.
And he wants us to go out and find his treasures.
Yes.
If we can fully comprehend the fact that God himself is not going to come down literally and hunt treasure, but he's going to hunt treasure through his body. That's our responsibility.
That's good.
If people are going to be healed, they're going to be healed because we're going to take the initiative to step out there and say, by the stripes of Christ, you are healed. Now stand up on your feet. It takes boldness to be able to do that. Because see, we live in an atmosphere that is wholly given over to the demonic. And just like even in his day, they challenged him, they would challenge you. But hey, just like in his day, they always lost.